The month is October of 2024, and so far this year, I've made $71,000. These are the companies that I've traded this year, and my 5K Robinhood Challenge account is doing pretty well too. I still upload every single trade to both my THETAGANG.com profiles here, and I've been streaming every weekday on Twitch. Okay, Joonie, but who asked? Why are you showing us this stuff? Because it's important. How else would you know that this works? Are you just supposed to trust me? Lots of gurus talk about stock and option strategies, but none of them show their profit loss in trades like I do. I wonder why. Anyway, here's my 5 favorite trading tips of 2024. Disclaimer. I had to cut a lot of stuff out. The video is just getting way too long and I'm going in a new direction. It's really short because... Wait, hold on. Okay, that's better. Our attention spans have gotten a lot shorter, so I'll just make videos on specific details about these rules at a later time.
And here we go.
Rule number 1 for me is keeping my watch lists tidy. You probably already have one, but something I attribute a lot of my success to is the idea of keeping my watch lists relevant. I groom it weekly. I take the old stuff out and keep the ones that still align with my market thesis. You probably have stocks in your watch list you don't care about anymore, taking up precious space. Sometimes, less is more. When I'm less distracted, I trade better. And a smaller watch list will keep me more focused, away from bad ideas, but instead making good ones. There's no reason why half of our watch list should be filled with random tickers from Wall Street Bet's discussion thread, right? Right? When I first started trading, it felt like throwing darts at a dartboard. And I suck at darts. And that's what inspired rule number 2, only trading companies that have a positive P/E ratio. There are so many different ways to pick stocks or to evaluate companies. P/E ratio or price to earnings ratio is just my favorite. It's the one that works for me. It's the quickest to look at. It's the one that I understand the most. In a nutshell, price to earnings ratio measures how expensive a stock is in relevance to the company's earnings. Higher the ratio, more expensive a stock is. Lower the ratio, the more value you're getting. And no ratio if the stock doesn't make a profit. I only trade stocks that generate a profit, that have a P/E ratio. High, low, it doesn't really matter to me, but this eliminates about 30% of all stocks I look at, and most of Wall Street Bet's suggestions. My third idea, I'm just combining into one singular step, and that's more just picking good strikes and what it takes for me to pick one. After picking the stock from my tidy watch list, I take a look at the chart and look for a few supports. My favorite indicators are the 10, 50, and 200 EMA and MACD. I used to look at RSI, but I replaced it with MACD just this year. I stick to around 35 to 45 delta, or aka 55 to 65 probability of profit. And I will not write cash secured puts to catch bounces and knives. I trade cash secured puts in uptrends, and I like opening cash secured puts on green days. Call me crazy, but sometimes trend is your friend is all you need. Next up in my set of rules, I really try to stick with the nearest monthly that's within my 21 to 45 date to expiration range. Monthlies are just better than weeklies in a sense that they have more volume and open interest and also less slippage. I will still trade weeklies, it's just that monthlies are just preferred. Expirations before a week of earnings are my favorite. I don't have to deal with the volatility premium for the earnings play, and typically hype or the run up into earnings week often gives my cash secured put a good boost in profitability. An idea that is fairly new to me, I've only been really paying attention to this year, is delta. No, not that delta, this delta. I know it's way less cool, but I've been paying attention to it a lot recently. tastytrade displays delta in the header at the top, and it determines how much of your portfolio will move with the market. With great amount of delta comes great responsibility, and I know what you're thinking. You think you want insane amounts of delta, but you don't. I like my portfolio delta at 300 plus if I'm feeling safe or particularly bullish, but sometimes my timing is bad and I'm wrong. So then from there, I'll adjust my delta by closing losing positions and bring my delta down by just how unsure I feel about the market. And last but not least, trade management. I execute the trade log and log in on THETAGANG.com/joonie. and I'll aim to take profits at 50% of the premium received. On rare occasions, if I get 30% of the premium within a few days, I'll exit the trade early. When my cash secured put starts losing, I used to just take assignment then sell covered calls, but just this latter half of the year, I've been closing my cash secured puts at minus 100% instead. And that's it. Most of it, anyway. These ideas on their own, they won't do much or they don't mean much, but together they form a system for me to base my trades around. I keep it purposefully simple so it's easier to stick to. But what works for me might not work for you. But at the very least, I hope I gave you some inspiration. He actually says imagination, not inspiration in the episode, but you guys know what I mean. But like I was saying, some inspiration to come up with a system or set of rules that work for you. Everyone has their own style when it comes to trading. Have you found yours yet? Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Psst, are you still there? I have some THETA Gang shirts left. Do you want a free one? Join tastytrade using my referral link in the video's description and get a free THETA Gang shirt while also receiving a cash bonus on top of your initial deposit. New accounts only, and shirts are only until supplies last. More information in the video description, and thank you again. Bye-bye.